My girlfriend really doesn't like scary things, and she's never watched a single horror movie with me. I guess she does like video games though, but there's no way I could convince her to play a horror game. I really want to scare her, so here's the plan. I'm gonna spend 3 weeks making a horror game just so she feels obligated to play it, and I'm gonna scare the shit out of her.
Oh no, I will cut your hands off.
The game I made is based off of SCP-087, a spooky infinite staircase that has some weird paranormal stuff going on, like a floating face and a crying child that you can never seem to get closer to. But whoa, hasn't that game already been made before, like, multiple times? Yeah, it has, but you see, my girlfriend doesn't feel obligated to play any of those. Also, I really just don't think they're scary enough, so let's get started. To make this game, there are 3 essential assets: a floating face, some sections of stairwell that we procedurally generate, and a crying child that's lost deep in the abyss. I used Unity to build this game since Unreal Engine, well, is kinda not real. I chose the high definition render pipeline template, which is going to give us some really nice assets that we can just yoink early on. I've got to be honest with you though, I'm using a cheap gaming laptop from 2015, so this took forever to open. While it was opening, I decided I would create the floating face known as SCP-087-1. The original face on the SCP Foundation wiki is pretty creepy, but I need a higher resolution version. So I did what we in the industry call, what the fuck is this weird $90 mannequin head? It's perfect. And it truly was perfect. Next up, we need to make some different sections of stairwell that we can randomly generate as the player descends deeper. I used Unity's Pro Builder because I'm a pro, and it has pro right there in the name. And also, because I'm just kinda shit when it comes to modeling. I don't mean to be drama, but this took forever. I can program for hours on end, but this just kinda sucked. Alright, finally, the fun part, using my awesome art skills to paint realistic concrete and metal textures. Awesome, so now we just need to write the code for player control and camera movement. And just like that, we have enough to do a first test of our game. Holy shit, somebody call the boring police, because that looks super lame. Before I get arrested, let's turn off the lights and add in a flashlight that follows the position and rotation of the camera. To add more variety to the concrete texture, I added some grime and stain decals that are spawned in at random positions and rotations. I also added in the floating face and wrote some code to make it dash away, and we finally have something that looks a little bit like a horror game. Before we can move on to some fun sound effects work, I added some basic code that tracks the position of the player and manages loading and unloading flights of stairs above and below to create the illusion of an infinite stairwell. So far, I'd say we've checked off 2 of the most important elements in replicating the SCP-087 experience, but let's go ahead and make that 3 for 3. The crying child in this game is simply a game object that keeps its position 200 meters below the player, unless the player gets too close to reaching the end, which you'll have to see for yourself by playing the game. To find some sounds for the crying child, I used freesound.org, which is an awesome website full of some really high quality and professional For the crying child, I found a few really convincing and unnerving recordings of female voice actresses crying. This process of listening to crying sounds really started creeping me out, but thankfully it didn't take more than a few minutes to find what I needed. With the crying child programmed and some sound effects downloaded, we can see what the game is like with our 3 core elements implemented. Do you remember how I said I was going to spend 3 weeks on this game? Well, everything I just showed you occurred over the course of 2 days, where I locked myself in a room and worked for about 30 hours. I don't want this to just be some lame infinite stairwell simulator. I'm going to try to make this the best SCP-087 game I possibly can, and here's how. First off, we need to make our soundscape more immersive, so let's give the player some realistic footsteps and tune the reverb to sound like we're in a stairwell. Remember that old flashlight? Boring. I animated it to swing back and forth with each step you take for added realism. Man, I hate walking down super predictable and solid staircases at night in the dark, so let's just randomly get rid of some steps and maybe punch some holes in the concrete. Oh, accidentally slipping and falling down a hole in the dark isn't all that scary? Let's try to fix that. I also added a feature where SCP-087-1 is occasionally aggressive and requires you to blast an acoustic deterrence to ward it off. If you use the deterrence at the wrong time though, he gets pretty pissy. I want this game to be more than just walking, so I came up with this little robot voice that lives in a device that the player carries around. This also gives me a narrator for my game that doesn't break the fourth wall, and better yet, I can now force the player into scripted events and explain complex scenarios, all without breaking immersion. I came up with 3 unique tasks that the player must complete, added an ending to the game, and threw together a main menu. That really might not sound like a lot, but that took, like, I don't know, a really long time, so that was like a majority of my time. I'm very happy with how this project turned out. Before I show you my girlfriend playing through this game, I want to thank you for watching this far into my video. This is the first game that I've been able to power through and fully finish, and it's been a super rewarding experience. I'd love it if you would try this game out and share it with any of your friends that might enjoy it. This game is free to download on itch.io, and the link is in the description. If you're watching this on your phone, I'd recommend just scrolling down and hitting the Save to Watch Later button so you can check out the game when you can use your computer. And then if you're not familiar, you can use your mouse to look around.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy, babe?
I didn't know that.
Use space to jump. Just jump over the gap.
Uh-oh, what happens if I don't?
You have to move and jump. There you go.
I'm also not very good at that either. What? Did you say run? Oh no, I'm so scared. 10 4 I have to keep going. Is it gonna I hope it doesn't scare me before I get done. Oh no, I don't. So uh-oh. Oh, that's it.
You just got scared by the
I just got scared by the railing.
Oh, yeah, that's just a shadow.
The walking. What? What am I however, oh, that felt, I didn't like that at all. That was rude. That's really tricky. Okay.
Did that get you good though?
Here's the thing. I don't want to go down the stairs anymore. Can I go back up the stairs?
You can go up the stairs, but nothing will happen.
I don't. Hi, kitty. I don't want any more spooks.
Babe, do you want me to go turn off the other light?
I will cut your hands off and feed them to the cat. No. Can I be honest? I don't want to descend down the staircase. Uh-oh, is this a double jump? I'm gonna die. Oh no. I told you. I don't... Okay. Nope. I'm just gonna stay here for a second. Here's the thing. I haven't seen it in a few levels, and it's creeping me out. I don't... Where has it gone?
That's good, babe. If you haven't seen it, that's great.
Is this him being stubborn? I think so. It wouldn't let me turn on another light. I have to have one desk lamp. This feels kind of rude.
It's a bright desk lamp.
Okay, but imagine 2. That sounds even better. This is a spooky game. You wanted me to play this in the dark? Oh no.
It'd be even worse. I could have you playing on the big screen, but for recording reasons. What? Why did you do that? Why did you try to inch to the very edge of that?
I don't know. I was afraid that he would be on the landing.
Same series. I don't know.
I didn't know there was a hole there.
I know.
It didn't look like there was a hole there.
It totally did. If we replay
You're trying to sully my good name.
If we replay the clip, you'll see. It was a very
Don't
obvious
replay the
hole.
clip. He's a liar.
No.
Everybody is going to side with me.
No.
You could not tell there was a gap there.
That was so obvious. I was like, is she about to walk into it? Why is she not jumping?
Yeah, she did.
If you enjoyed this video and would like to support me, the number one thing you can do is share my itch.io page with your friends and leave a comment on the games page. If you want to see more videos like this, you can of course subscribe and enable notifications, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye!